To my dear father, I felt it was necessary to follow up on my previous letter with a clarification of a certain point of which you, my dear father, might already be aware. Certain beers do not count. Now we all know that beers at Carlino's do not count. When you drink beer in a place that has clothes soaking in a bathtub in the bathroom, and which is to all intents and purposes either a grocery store or a laundrette, then beer served there takes on a certain quality and does not count as a real beer. If beer is imported from a foreign country or costs more than your usual beer, then it takes on a special quality, which makes it a special treat rather than a real beer. A beer you really didn't want does not qualify as a rare beer. You can drink several of these. No doubt someone has twisted your arm or you are not certain that you wanted to begin drinking yet. Not to worry, these don't count. The first beer of the day never counts. It always has a certain offhand, casual quality and is gone before you even realize you popped the lid. It counts for nothing. The last beer of the day is usually not a real beer because it's often the one that you wanted or needed and your heart is not in it. It's often the one more than you wanted it or needed. Okay, beers don't count if you grab one while you're really only trying to remember something that has slipped your mind. People sometimes grab a beer when they're just trying to think of something or figure something out. These beers are strictly therapeutic and have no alcoholic content. Yeah. When you have a beer at the house of someone you can't stand, it has to count when you're mad or disgusted. A beer takes on an extremely satisfying quality that makes it automatically real. However, if you really hate the person, the beer's a freebie. You could drink 20 of them. That's 20 of that guy's beers and they wouldn't count. Of course, beers are never worth counting if they're part of a church function. A school picnic, or anywhere where there's live music. Beer from a tap keg is not really countable because paper or styrofoam cups, they don't make a beer. Beer which you drink in the company of non-drinkers does not count. If someone offers you a brand of beer you're not fond of, you may drink it, but it does not count. Some people think light beer only counts half. I think this is a somewhat misleading, but perfectly acceptable theory. If your beer spills any time before it's done, there's no point in counting it. Start from scratch! If a beer is not really very cold, contrary to thoughts from the motherland, you shouldn't have to count it. If someone takes a drink of your beer, you certainly are not expected to count for that one. Damn him! Oh my god. Small bottles of Rolling Rock are not real at all. And a feeling of incredulity that you experience when someone offers you any small beer cancels out its reality. Unless there are 50 or 60 of them in the fridge and no one is counting your trips to the kitchen. Beer after 10:45 at night is not real. Beer is so filling that nobody drinks it that late at night, and if somebody thinks you do, tell them you like to. Put milk in the can before you go to bed, and anyway, you've already had your 3 beers for the day. Your loving daughter, Terry.
Oh, Terry.
Oh my gosh.
That's gold.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I wish I would have read that.
So glad we found that
last
letter.
part.
Well, now you have
my
your...
God.
Wait, how do we not have those, like...
Wait, read the first part. Did you read the first part in this tape?
The first part, I feel it's necessary to Federal Express this letter to you because I just read it over the phone to Karen, and she will no doubt try to outdo this very quickly in an effort to ensure, as usual, that you will love her better than me. Just to be on the safe side, I've applied for a copyright and arranged to sabotage her beer supply.
Her beer supply.
Her beer supply. I love your ending. Hold on. Beer after 10:45 at night is not real. Beer is so filling that nobody drinks it that late at night. And if somebody thinks you do, tell them you like to put milk in the can before you go to bed. And anyway, you've already had your 3 beers for the day.
I've already had my 3 beers.
I've already had my 3 beers.
Oh,
That's a great.
I put milk in there.
Yeah.